and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, April 17th. We begin on the east side, where 3 people are recovering from injuries this morning after a shooting in broad daylight. It happened just before 4 yesterday afternoon. IMPD says a man and woman showed up with gunshot wounds in critical condition at Community East Hospital. That's about 2 blocks north of where gunfire was reported on Wayne Drive at North Irvington Street. Police say they also found a man who had been shot at a home near the scene of the shooting. Officers say he is stable. A person who lives in the area tells our crew that the gunfire in that area is unusual.
I don't know what's heard about the east side, but around this area is very quiet. It's very peaceful. It's normal. By 9 o'clock, you pretty much know every car who's riding up and down the street or, where they're going, who they are.
Police say they detained a person of interest, but an arrest has not been announced. Investigators believe the people involved know each other. At the State House, lawmakers have given final approval to a bill that forces county jails to notify ICE if anyone in their custody is suspected of being in the country illegally. Lawmakers in the House passed the final version of the bill, mainly along party lines, sending it to Governor Mike Braun's desk. The bill's language applies to someone who has already been arrested for a felony or a misdemeanor. Under the bill, jail staff would have to notify the sheriff if they suspect someone is in custody in the country illegally. The sheriff would then notify ICE. On Capitol Hill, a federal judge says there is probable cause to hold the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court for violating his order to turn around planes carrying people being deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador. The ruling yesterday from U.S. District Judge James Brosberg marks a dramatic escalation in the battle between the White House and the courts over immigration enforcement. Last month, the judge accused administration officials of rushing migrants out of the country before they could challenge their removal in court. The Trump administration says it will appeal the ruling. A senator from Maryland says El Salvador's government would not let him visit the prison where a man mistakenly deported by the Trump administration is being held. Senator Chris Van Hollen says he met with El Salvador's vice president, who reiterated claims that the country could not return Kilmer Albrego Garcia to the U.S. The Justice Department has admitted in court that Albrego Garcia should not have been deported, but the White House has so far ignored an order from the Supreme Court to facilitate his return. The senator says the battle is only beginning.
This is an unsustainable and unjust moment. I may be the first United States senator to visit El Salvador on this issue, but there will be more, and there will be more members of Congress coming.
The White House claims Albrego Garcia has ties to the MS-13 gang, but has not provided any evidence. On to some news closer to home. The Indianapolis Department of Public Works is touting some pothole progress. It says crews have filled nearly 165,000 potholes across the city this year. But people on the northeast side tell us plenty of roads still need work. City County Councilor Nick Robinson says he is hoping for a more long-term solution to fix the roads.
Unfortunately, the resurfacing takes years a lot of times. You have to design the project, you have to get buy-in sometimes, you have to redo the drainage a lot of times. There's a lot of different dynamics that make it more complicated and very expensive. Sure, patching is a lot more immediate, which is helpful.
Robinson also says a plan to fill potholes from the 86th and Allisonville Road intersection to 82nd and Center should be completed in the next 2 months. Turning now to a story that IT Made has been following. A former federal employee says she was fired from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration with just a short email. Cody Fisher reports.
The person we spoke with worked for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in Terre Haute. She was 11 months into her job when she got laid off.
We met Dr. Anna Vaz outside Governor Braun's Make Indiana Healthy Again news conference. She was holding a sign that said, "Make science great again."
I was a fish biologist. I made sure that we took science into account with the management of our species with our shifting ecosystems, so we could further develop economic development and help our coastal communities and fishing communities.
It's been a roller coaster few months for her and her family.
In February, for the first time, Then by a judge order was reinstated, and I was laid off again last Thursday.
She says she was let go with a short email.
It's also not enough for an employment. We don't have official termination paperwork from the federal government.
Not having official termination paperwork is impacting how her family navigates changing insurance.
We can also not access health insurance, like that's not a qualifying event for us to change health insurance to our spouses.
On top of her personal impact, Vaz says NOAA as a whole, which is one of the agencies targeted for mass layoffs, is also impacted.
Everything is being heavily impacted because we have right now a spending freeze, so a lot of contracts are done. There is problem with upkeeping, like basically weather infrastructure, like balloon releases. Weather balloon releases are being canceled, including areas very tornado prone like Oklahoma.
She was protesting Tuesday so that people like Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. would see her sign.
We need science. We need science-based policy.
Vaz told me she does not know what her next steps will be. For iTeammate, I'm Cody Fisher for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk sports. The Indy 11 are moving on in the U.S. Open Cup after a late win against Miami. Hayden White sealed it with a header in the final seconds of overtime, giving the 11 a 1-0 win. Up next, the 11 are back in league play Saturday night, hosting the Charleston Battery at 7. You can watch that match on Wish TV. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we are in for a mostly sunny day with some showers popping up this afternoon. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
There's a slight chance we could see a few spotty showers, but I wouldn't cancel any plans. And it is going to be a little bit windy, but warmer.
Good.
Than yesterday. Yes, we're going in the right direction. Let me show you what we have going on right now. We've got some sunshine kind of peeking through. Indianapolis is a live look at the Indianapolis Zoo, where temperatures are coming in at 44 degrees. We have a bit of cloud cover here or there, but in general, I do think we're going to see sunshine for the day today. East-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour, creating a wind chill at 40. North and east of Indianapolis, we are seeing temperatures into the 30s, so maybe a bit frosty the farther north and east you go. Right now in Anderson at 39 degrees, along with Noblesville and Fishers. 44 in Plainfield. We're at 41 in Greenwood and 40 degrees right now in Shelbyville. We will show you that we are going to look for some sunshine throughout the day today. And again, just a very small chance for a spotty shower later this afternoon. High pressure nearby, that's going to move off to the east of us. And when I say a spotty chance, there's going to be a very slim window between about 3 and 6 o'clock. We'll look for a chance for maybe a spotty shower popping up. Today, we're going to start off with sunny skies. We'll get up into the upper 40s at 9 o'clock, into the 60s later this afternoon with some of that cloud cover moving in. The winds are going to pick up just a bit. I think it is going to be breezy at times with the winds out of the south and southeast between about 10 and 15 miles per hour. We'll go with a high today of about 65 in Indianapolis, 66 in Richmond, Columbus, and Bloomington, and maybe around 70 degrees across parts of southwestern Indiana. Even warmer temperatures for your Friday. We'll talk about that and some thunderstorm chances, all in my 7-day forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, April 17th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.